since PS5 was announced. The thing I was most excited about was what it could offer with a new VR system. Sony has officially announced further specs for its new headset, and its official name is
PlayStation VR2.
Okay, that's not the exciting part, but the headset specs seem very promising. Before we start, please consider subscribing to the channel. The next-gen PSVR offers a 4K HDR display. Bear in mind that this 4K is the display's total resolution, which is half of that per eye. Still, is way more than its first generation, jumping from 960 by 1080 to 2000 by 2040 per eye. This will greatly increase image clarity, make those texts readable, which were a pain on the first gen, and reduce the blur effect. If you're not familiar with this term, it basically means that when you look at a screen very up close, just like we do with a VR headset, you see a mesh-like appearance due to the visible gaps between pixels. A greater pixel density on the same display size means every pixel is smaller, and this makes the blur effect less noticeable. A VR headset with a better resolution is great, but remember, it will take advantage of the PS5 power. A screen can only display high-resolution images when hooked to a powerful processing unit. By the way, PSVR2 won't need an external processing unit like the previous model. We'll need to connect it using a single USB-C cable. The bad news is that it won't be wireless. Going back to the visual fidelity, the HDR display can produce more vivid images, something we couldn't experience on the first gen. Sony hasn't shared what the new headset looks like, but we'll be seeing its new VR2 Sense controllers. This time, they are equipped with thumbsticks, which I'm sure will make locomotion much better and precise. The controllers are equipped with capacitive sensors, which will track the position of your thumb, index, and middle fingers. This can be useful for more interactive experiences and to let players use gestures for co-op gameplay. Just be respectful to others, okay? The new technology we've been experiencing with the DualSense controller is also coming to the VR2 Sense controllers. We'll get haptic feedback and trigger effects. On top of that, Sony added feedback on the headset as well. A single built-in motor that vibrates is that promise to add a little more immersion to the games. It's also exciting the headset will be equipped with eye tracking. These sensors can be used for two tasks. The first one, it adds additional inputs for the developers. It's up to them what they're going to use it for, but it could be used as an interaction for co-op games, such as winking and other facial expressions. Or maybe a horror game can use this, so if you are afraid and close your eyes, maybe the game waits for you to open them again for the next scare, who knows. The second one, it will be used for foveated rendering. Foveated rendering is a technique developers use for rendering in greater resolution the area on the screen you are focusing on, and the area out of that has lower resolution. It doesn't sound very exciting, but VR games need much more processing power than flat-screen games, and usually higher frame rates too. Instead of rendering full resolution for the entire display, which can be too demanding for the system, leading to the need of lower image fidelity, the foveated rendering does that for the area you are focusing on. The console then may be able to render 4K for that area, lowering the resolution for just the surroundings instead of the whole display. One of the major disadvantages of the first gen compared to its competitors was tracking. The first model works in conjunction with the PlayStation camera and lights on the controllers and headsets. The camera did the job to track the lights' position and distances, and translate them to the virtual world. It was a neat idea for making the hardware more affordable. However, it's far from perfect. Although the headset had lights on its back, the camera couldn't see the controller if it turns around, or even if the controller got in the way of other one. The new version will be a headset-based controller tracking. The system works from inside out. 4 integrated cameras embedded in the headset will track the position of the controllers, without any need for an external camera. Comparing both generations' specs, we have the following. Both have OLED displays with a refresh rate of up to 120 Hz. The panel resolution was improved from Full HD to 4K, also offering HDR. The field of view slightly improves from 100 to 110 degrees. Both have gyroscope and accelerometer. PSVR2 has vibration headset for feedback. The tracking that used to be light tracked by the external camera becomes a 4-camera built-in headset system. Also features eye tracking. Instead of a processor unit, PSVR2 will communicate with PS5 with a single USB Type-C cable. Both headsets have a built-in microphone and stereo headphone jack. I'm really excited to see what the new headset looks like, and even more excited to get my hands on it. Let me know if you are also excited about it. What game are you most expecting to play on it? I really wish those rumors about Half-Life Alyx are true, and it indeed comes to the PlayStation VR2. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, it really helps the channel. That's all for this video, and thanks for watching.